Ramesh Rao. Vanita Kannan, are we good?
You want to just
Mm-hmm.
so people want to know when will I get a job or when will I get married, those kind of things. Will we be able to learn those also?
Yes, we will definitely. But now it was too early, and
Yes.
Before that, you have to understand many things, and we not even went through all the rasis, and we not even went through all the grahas.
Of course, no, I understand. There are many layers that I know.
You will
many...
come to learn about this part because we just started. It was a warm up.
Yes.
You will learn many. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure. And everybody can able to see the screen which I shared now.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, you can clearly hear my voice also, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, let's start with prayer first. Looks like I enabled my video. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing myself. Let me see my video is on or not. I don't know. So I can see.
We can see you, Vanita.
You can see me? Yeah, that's fine then. That's fine then. I thought I did on the video. Okay.
I can't connect. I'm trying to connect.
Connect with what? We can hear you. You are not able to connect to Zoom.
I can hear you, but I can't.
You can't see me?
No.
Okay, wait a second. Let me see what
Oh, yes. Yeah, just got it. Just got it, Vanita. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you please repeat what all you've done till now?
Right now, we someone I forgot Neetu, I guess. She asked some question. We just discussed. We not even started anything. We'll start with the prayer first.
Right.
Okay. We'll quickly go with the revision after this. First thing, we'll start with the prayer. Close your eyes. Sit in any comfortable position and palms together. Pray to the gods and the gurus to enhance our knowledge in today's session. Feel your tongues. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, very quick revision. We'll start with anybody volunteers to read only the Sanskrit name, Mecha, Rishabha, Mithuna. Very quickly. Go ahead.
First house is Mesha, Vrishabha, Mithuna, Kataka, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Vrishchika, Dhanasu, Makara, Kumbha, Meena.
Awesome. Okay. Every time I thought to remove this animation, but every time I forgot. Sorry for this. Okay, this is the owner of the house. We can quickly revise this. How are you going to say this? The owner of the Mesha and Vrikshika is Mars. Owner of the Rishabha and Tula is Venus. Okay. Shall we? Go ahead. Any one of you? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Owner of Mesha and Vrishika is Mars. Owner of Rishabha and Tula is Venus. Owner of Mithuna and Kanya is Mercury. Owner of Karka is Moon. Owner of Simha is Sun. Owner of Dhanush and Meena is Jupiter. Owner of Makara and Kumbha is Saturn.
That's totally awesome. Okay, anybody volunteer for the Bhava? Bhavas, remember, the Bhavas is very much important. Yeah, go ahead. Any one of you? First house.
First house is self, physical body, general characteristics. Second house is wealth, family, speech, resources. Third house is siblings, courage. Fourth house, mother, peace, happiness, education, comfort. Fifth house, children, family, talent, emotions, enemies, obstacles, diseases, accidents, relationship, spousey, partners, longevity, troubles, secrets, occult sign, in-laws, guru, father, luck, fortune, dharma, work, career, power, status, income, friends, elder, brother, last, Meena,
Okay,
losses,
wait. Whenever you're reading this, remember the number. 10th house is for career, power, status. 11th house is, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, finish. 11th house is?
losses, donations, sacrifice, spirituality, imprisonment, foreign land.
Awesome. Okay. Then we are going into our Excel one. Well, quickly finish this. This time I will read all the revision. Okay, we will have the one more week for the PowerPoint revision later on. After that, we will combine everything in one Excel sheet. Okay. What is the idea here was, I believe that at that time when we are converting into all revision into an Excel, we remember all the Sanskrit name of the 12 zodiac signs, and we remember all the 12 bhavas and all the who's the owner of which zodiac sign. This much you can able to remember. That's more than enough for now. Okay. Then the Kala Purusha chart, it should be fixed in your mind all the time. Okay, let's go into here. We'll quickly revise this Kala Purusha chart one more time. Mesha, but anyway, we are going to see that in detail for every lagna thing. But here I quickly go into that. Mesha, Agni, movable male, and Mars is the owner. Exalted sun, depleted Saturn, Vrishabha, Earth, fixed and female. Owner is Venus. Exalted moon, depleted nothing. Mithuna, air, dual in nature, male gender. Mercury is the owner.
Vanita, you're not sharing the screen.
Oh. Thank God you told me. Why is that? Now we can able to see that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I repeat one more time. Mesha, Agni, movable male. Mars is the owner. Exalted sun, depleted Saturn. Rishabha, Earth is the element, fixed female gender. Venus is the owner, exalted moon. If I didn't say anything, there was nothing in that. Okay. Mithuna, air is the element, dual in nature, male gender. Mercury is the owner. Then Karkataka, water is the element, movable in nature, female gender. Moon is the owner, exalted Jupiter, depleted Mars. Simha, Agni is the element, fixed in nature, and male is the gender. Sun is the owner of the house. Kanya, earth element, dual in nature, female gender. Mercury is the owner, exalted Mercury, and depleted Venus. Tula, air, movable in nature, male. Venus, exalted Saturn, depleted Sun. Rikshika, water element, fixed in nature, female gender. Mars is the owner, depleted. Dhanush, Agni element, dual in nature, male gender. Jupiter is the owner of the house. Makara, earth is the element, movable in nature, female gender. Saturn is the owner of the house. Mars exalted, depleted Jupiter. Kumbha, air is the element, fixed in nature, male gender. Saturn is the owner of the house. Meena, water element, dual in nature, female gender. Jupiter is the owner, exalted Venus, depleted Mercury. Okay. The idea which I told you earlier, right? Whenever you are seeing in the one house, exactly the 7th house, it will be reversed. For example, if in the Mesha, exalted sun, depleted Saturn means when you're coming into the 7th house, Tula, it will be reversed. Saturn is exalted, depleted sun. Okay. Same goes for every house. Every 7th house, it will be reversed. Okay. Now we'll get into the planets, and it is the dominance in every objects in the universe. As I said earlier, the list goes on. Today, this week, we are going to see Navaratna stones. How the in the Navaratna stones, how the planets dominance is take over highly. Okay. First thing, for the sun, it's a ruby, and for the moon, it's a pearl. Mars is the red coral, and the Mercury is the emerald, and Jupiter is yellow sapphire. Venus is the diamond. Saturn, blue sapphire. Rahu Hasunate. In Tamil, they call it as the Komedakam. In Hindi also, they said Komed, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Ketu, it was the cat's eye, or they said as a Vaiduri. Okay, this all the Navaratna stones for 9 planets. Okay, here comes our, okay, before we getting into the lesson, there is some question raised in the last week. One of you asked how I can convert North Indian chart into the Southern Indian chart. We'll quickly see that. Then we will enter into our lagna characteristics. Give me a second. Let me share with my iPad screen. Let me stop it for a while. Right. Second. Why? Or sometimes it goes straight clearly. Sometimes my iPad won't allow me to share with anything. That happens today also. Okay, I will tell you in the second, in a different way. So, export PDF. Export. Give me a second, I will tell you. Oh, I didn't expect my iPad was not able to share. Okay, I'll find another way. Okay, now I can able to share. So, not the okay, here it is. Okay, when we understanding about the North Indian chart conversion, right, it's a little bit tricky. It's really hard to understand in the beginning, but if you didn't understand, don't worry about it. It will comes in the practice. Okay. As you see that the Indian Southern Indian chart, it will be looks like the square format, right? Starts from the Mesha, starts from the first row, second box, then the Kalapurusha first house is that, then it goes in the clockwise. But here, the arrangement was quite different. Okay. Everybody can see the PDF which I show, the
Yep.
North Indian chart, and you can see me the cursor moving. Do you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay. So here, how they will consider the first, when I placed as a number 1, right? Number 1 is the first house, regardless of however you are placing, whatever the, in usually they will mention it as the number. What is a number association? We'll tell later. We'll go step by step. First thing, what you have to understand when you're converting the North Indian chart, see this arrangement. Remember, the Southern Indian chart was quite easy. You have to go it in the first row, second box, then go into the clockwise. Your job was done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But here, the trick is you have to start with the first diamond, then go back 2, 3. Okay, that is a second house, third house. Then 4, second diamond. Then 5, 6. Then the 7th, third diamond. 8, 9. Then the last diamond, 10. 11, 12. This is the how we can read this first house, second house. Here in the North Indian chart, all the time they place the ascendant here. How it is different? They mentioned it is, now we are moving into the second step. Now you understand the arrangement, right? The second step, it is how the number and the zodiac signs was related. 1 is Mesha, 2 is Rishabha, 3 is Midhuna, 4 is Karka, 5 is Leo, 6 is Kanya, 7 is Tula, 8 is Vrikshika, 9 is Dhanu, 10 is Magara, 11 is Kumbha, 12 is Pisces. So this number and the zodiac sign you have to remember. That is the second step. Once that was done, you have to combine this together. That is the third step. Okay, remember? Let's see the sample chart of this. This is the Southern Indian chart representation. Equivalently, we can see this North Indian chart. Okay, here in the lagna, in the mention it is the 6. Okay, let's go and see what is the Southern Indian chart was saying. In the 6th means what is that? Kanya. See, Kanya is the lagna here. When you go and see here in the North Indian chart, the lagna is in the Kanya only. How we will know? That is the number. Remember, here you should not confuse with the first one and second one. All the time in the North Indian chart, the first diamond is the ascendant. How it will be differ? Based on the number. The number it is equivalent to your zodiac sign. What is the 6? 6 is Kanya. So your ascendant was in the Kanya. Okay, then second house, what is that? Ketu. Okay, here is the question for everyone. If the Ketu was in the second house, what is the house of Rahu?
Diagonally opposite.
What is that?
Diagonally opposite, right?
Yeah, diagonally opposite. What is the number?
Oh, that way. Okay.
9th house.
7.
Exactly
7.
correct. Diagonally opposite. No, it's 8, right? 1, 2, second is in Ketu, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, it wasn't 7. From the Ketu, it was 7. Okay. But as per the ascendant, the Rahu is in 8th house.
Sorry, Vinita, can you just repeat? I can't even see your screen now. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Everybody
Yeah,
can see.
I
the
don't know.
screen?
Can the others see?
We
Yeah, I
can
could
see.
see the South Indian one now. But
We
you were
can see,
Yes,
we
yes.
can see.
There
Yes.
must be a delay.
Exactly. This is the South Indian chart I'm showing now. Yeah. What
okay.
I'm saying
Okay, just
is,
repeat. Yes.
okay,
Sorry.
ascendant was okay. How you can count it? The Ketu when it was Ketu was in a second house. My question is, what is the house of the Rahu? So you have to count from the second house. Your answer is correct. Diagonally from the Ketu, 7th house. From the Ketu, it is 7th house. Both are correct. But when you are, if the Ketu was in second house, the Rahu will be in the 8th house. Okay. So now let's see how we can compare the North Indian chart. Okay, now see the second house, we saw that. Third house, there was nothing. Fourth house, there was nothing. Fifth house, don't worry about the Pluto and all. Okay. 6th house, there was the Saturn. Let's see in the Southern Indian chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 was Saturn. Now let's go into 7. 7 was the third diamond. Neptune, leave it. Okay. 8th house. Rahu was there. Guru was there. Jupiter was there. Okay. Now we'll see into 8th house. Now 8th house, Rahu was there. Guru was there. Now go into the 9th house. Mercury. Maybe I'm moving fast. The screen display may delay, but I'm showing the Southern Indian chart and the North Indian chart only. Okay, 9th house, Mercury. Now we'll see the 10th house. 10th house is the moon and the sun. Okay, let's see. The last diamond, moon and the sun. 11th is the Mars and the Venus. And the 12th, there was nothing. Same here. Mars and the Venus, 12 is nothing. Now we can easily understand, right? There is a 3-step process for converting your North Indian into the Southern Indian chart. But otherwise, everything was same. The prediction, the analysis of the chart, the houses, bhavas, everything was similar. There was no difference in that. The only difference is the placement. How you are going to place? All the time, your first diamond is lagna. Second, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this arrangement is also a good arrangement. It's based on the direction. In the Southern Indian chart also, it's based on the direction, but we didn't understand the direction easily. But in the North Indian chart, we can easily understand the direction. The first lagna is the east, directly downward west. It was like this. It was top of you. It was your eastern horizon, western horizon. Then on your right side was the southern. That is your top of the head. They call it is the heaven, and that is the south direction. The people will say, how come the heaven is on the south? Okay, the Dakshina is the south, and the exactly opposite the horizontal one, that is the north. Okay, that is why they make it as into the this kind of the shape. But if you going into deep into it, we have to say many things. I stop here. We'll revise into exactly getting into our lesson. I hope everybody can understand this conversion. Any doubts on that?
All clear.
96 नहीं
What is that?
I said all clear.
वो
No problems. I said all clear. Go ahead.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear that. Okay, now we're really getting into our today's syllabus. Okay. Till now we see the Karka Lagna. Okay, now we are going to see the Simha Lagna. Before we are entering into that, there was one more thing additionally I want to say this. This is also into our syllabus, not out of the syllabus, but we are going to learn one thing very important. Because why I made it as in between of Lagna study, because this is will help you, because we already practiced for 4 Lagnas. We understand how you have to match the bhava, how you have to match the element, property, everything. So we had an understanding how the Lagna will be there. Okay, the Lagna understand. Now we'll see about how to see the strength of the Lagna. There are the many properties I'm going to include in the next week also till we finish all the Lagnas. But I will include little by little, not everything at once, but little by little. Okay, let's revise on the Graha, and it's the we call it the Drishti aspect. In the Tamil, we call it as the Parvai. Parvai means you are looking into one another. Okay. In Sanskrit, they call it as the Drishti. In the English, exact translation aspects. Okay. Now, every planet, all the Graha have the 7th loop, exact direct loop. Okay, that is our 7th house. Then the moon, sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, all having the 7th house. Other planets will have the special loops. Jupiter was having 5, 7, 9. Mars is having 4, 7, 8. Saturn 3, 7, 10. Rahu and Ketu. I repeat one more time. I don't know why I tell it this. Okay. Rahu and Ketu 3, 7, 11. Okay. And this 3, 7, 11 will go in a reverse. Okay. Now we'll see how the strength of the Lagna will be. This is one rule. There are the many rules will be there, how we can see the strength of the Lagna. Remember one by one. Don't everything study all the things at one attempt. It will break your head. At least for me, it breaks my head. So go bit by bit. Okay. How the strength of the Lagna.
Vanita, sorry for the interruption. Can you please repeat what you said, because I got cut off?
Which one you want me to repeat? The Graha and the Drishti?
Yes, this one only.
The Graha and the Drishti is very simple. If all the Graha will have the 7th loop, 7th aspect. Okay? There are the other 5 planets will have the special one. One is the Jupiter. It is having the 5, 7, 9. Mars is also called as the Mangal and Guja. Okay, both the names if mostly in the North Indian chart, they mention it as the Guja. And if you see in the Tamil chart, they mention it as a Sevai. Okay, all the things are same. Mangal, Guja, Sevai, everything was mentioning Mars only. Okay, then the Saturn will have the 3, 7, 10. Rahu was having the 3rd house, 7th house, 11th house, similar to Ketu. Okay, that is the Graha and the aspects. Now we'll see how this what is the strength of the Lagna. Okay, when the owner of the house, when the Lagna was one Graha was placed in your Lagna, the ascendant was placed in that Lagna. That place have the owner, right? You remember the Mesha and the Vrikshika owner is who is the owner? Mesha and Vrikshika?
Mercury.
Mars.
Very good. Mars. Okay. Suppose in case if the owner of the house, Mars is present in the 2nd house. Remember, consider your ascendant is on the let me have the okay, let's go with the Tamil. Okay. Imagine your ascendant was in the Tula, okay? But the owner of the house, who is the Tula means owner of the house is Chukiran, okay? Let's
Venus.
go. Yeah, Venus, correct. Now, imagine that Venus was present as in the second house. The owner of the house of your Lagna present in the second house, then the strength of the Lagna will be increased. 1 point, okay, here. Now we'll see the same example here. Consider your ascendant is the Dhanu. Now the same example I'm repeating. Ascendant is the Dhanu. Who's the owner of this house? Then who is the owner of this house?
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Yes. Now imagine the Guru was present in second house. Then automatically your Lagna will be strengthened no matter what. Okay, 1 point. This is the first thing. Then another thing, if it was happen in a triangular form, what is that? Trikona balam. In Tamil, they call it as a Trikona balam, means it comes into triangle form. If it was in a 1, 5, 9, don't worry about it. Now we'll see in the detail in the later lessons. Now imagine, now you understand only what is the triangular house. Don't worry about who's placed, where it was placed, how it will be strengthened. Don't worry about all this, okay? Now imagine that the 159, it is the triangular house. And until here you understand this. Don't worry about other things, okay? Then there is a square house. What is that square house is 1, 4, 7, 10. 1, your ascendant, 4th house, 7th house, 10th house. It forms the square house. If your owner of the house, imagine, consider the ascendant is the Mesha. If the Mesha was present in the 5th house or in the 9th house, then it gives the strength in your Lagna. Okay. If the owner of the house placed in 10th house, 7th house, 4th house, or in the ascendant itself, then it increased the Lagna power. Okay. Okay, now here comes, I didn't draw the chart. I will tell you orally. Whenever you create a chart in the software, there is one more chart is also populated next to it, right? They call it as a Navamsa chart. Everybody can see that, right?
Yes.
You want me to show that?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Let me stop this one. I will share the. I should open this astrology earlier. June 17. Okay. Whenever you're creating your chart in any of the software, definitely you can see the chart, right? Everybody can see the chart.
Yes.
Okay. Whenever you create any software, if you create a chart, there is a next to the Lagna chart, you will see the Navamsa chart. Okay. Here is the thing. If I don't know exactly what to say in English. In Tamil, they call it as a Parivartana Yogam. Okay. What does that mean? If the same planet was in the Navamsa also, for now I don't see the same planets here. Imagine your Ketu is also present in the Navamsa also on the Tula. Consider the sun is also, now the sun is in the Mithuna, but in your Navamsa chart, it was in the Tula. Consider a scenario, imagine a scenario, the same sun was also present in the Mithuna, in the Navamsa chart, then that is also strengthen your that particular Lagna. Imagine your Lagna was a Ketu. Imagine, I'm just saying. In the Navamsa chart is also, your Lagna is the Ketu. Automatically, it will increase the Lagna strength. Okay, this point clear? The
No,
same.
madam. Little doubt. Little difficult. No, you are comparing with Rashi chart and Navamsa chart.
Yeah, Rasi chart and the Navamsa chart. This is
Then
only
illustrate
one.
an example. One illustrate example, madam.
Okay.
Once again. First show me in the Rashi chart, and then compare it to the
Okay.
Navamsa.
considered you are having the ascendant as the Ketu. And now with the ascendant was in the Kanya, right? There was no planet, so I'm not able to compare here. Imagine your ascendant was in the Ketu, that is in the Tula.
Tula.
Okay, in the same Navamsa chart, if the Ketu is also present in the Tula, then that becomes a yoga. That becomes the strength and your lagna.
Okay.
Okay, not only for the Ketu, any planet. For example, in imagine your ascendant. Now this chart didn't have any graha in the ascendant. Imagine the sun was in the ascendant here. If that's in the lagna chart, if your sun was in the Kanya, if the same Kanya in the Navamsa chart is also in the Kanya, then it strengthens your lagna.
Okay.
Okay, what is now we'll tell you later what is the strength of the lagna, weakness of the lagna later. Now you understand how you can identify the strength of the lagna. Okay.
What was that yoga? What is that yoga called?
Parivartana yoga.
Parivartana.
If I'm really not wrong, I forgot the name also. I don't know how to say in English. I will try to find and tell you. But this one was an interesting point. That's what I tell you, because you can easily remember that.
Vanita, how
So,
is Navamsha
when-
chart created?
Okay,
On what
then,
basis?
see, when you are creating your lagna chart, right? The lagna chart is considered the one box. If that one box is divided into 9 times, that becomes your Navamsa chart. It's not only the one Navamsa chart only there. They can able to divide the 9 into 18 and 9 into 6, 11, 18, the number of the division they can do. Only difference is it becomes very, very accurate. They can tell you which second what happened in your life. But even going into a deeper, it will lots of computation and lots of contradiction will come, unable to analyze the thing. So the people, the experienced astrologers, the sages and saints, they found this is the best partition. Instead of, okay, beyond all these things, the Navamsa chart, most of the people will see only for different occasions, not for everything, but the experienced astrologer will see for a different thing. But for most of the peoples will see the Navamsa chart for some reasons only, like color, for the marriage related stuffs, for the fertility related stuff, if I'm really not wrong. And this kind of the strength and the weakness of the lagna. In the initial state, don't worry about how the Navamsa chart is going to work now. Consider only one point here, because when you are going deeper into anything, you lost your way. Okay, the Navamsa chart is a division of only one box. For example, I will show you here. See, imagine this ascendant, right? If this ascendant breaks into the 9 division, how it will become the accuracy of the calculation will be much more deeper, like 1 level deeper. I mean 9 level deeper. That becomes your Navamsa chart. And I will tell you how you can, without your doing this Navamsa chart, you can also see from your Lagna chart also what it will appear in your Navamsa chart. But that I will tell you later. If I tell you now, it will be really overwhelming for you. But don't need to consider about the Navamsa chart. Okay. All you need to understand and study about the Lagna chart. If that was more clear, no need to worry about Navamsa.
Okay, thank you.
Vinita, I have a question.
Hmm.
What you said is, if first you said the lagna, if it's in the second house, it strengthens the lagna.
One
What-
way.
one
You can consider as a one rule. If it was in
Yeah.
a owner of the lagna was present in the second house, that strengthened the lagna itself.
Then you also said if it was in trikona in the 1/5, 9th, it strengthens.
Yes, and is also
And
in
if it was in
square
the
house.
4 corners, yeah, that also strengthens. So is there
Exactly.
anything left? Because we have covered a lot of the houses, no?
Oh, wait. Just imagine this. Just remember this point. We will add up later. Okay.
Okay.
It will
Then
come
you,
up.
okay, get it. Then you also said that if we compare it the lagna chart and the Navansh chart, then if it is in the same position, it also strengthens the lagna.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the rules you are giving one by one.
Yeah. These
Okay.
just remember all these points. So
Okay.
whenever then you look into the chart, then these points all relevant for you when you read the
Okay.
chart. Okay.
Vanita,
Yeah, I do.
Vanita, one small interruption here.
Hmm.
You said while comparing the Lagna chart and the Navansh chart, if the planets are in the same position, it strengthens the Lagna, right? Which planet strengthens the Lagna? Any planet being in the same position will strengthen the Lagna?
No. Okay.
Or
That
only
gives
the
it.
Lord of the Lagna only?
Okay. Wait a second. Here is the tricky part. For example, if the graha which is in the there is a two rules coming here. First, understand only one thing, but first, which is relevant to lagna. Imagine the lagna which is in the Kanya having the sun. Okay, sun's in it. The same time, the Navamsa chart is also having the sun in the Kanya. Then it's automatically increase your Navamsa lagna thing. Okay.
Understood. So what you're saying is there has to be the same planet which is in the Lagna should also be in the Navansha, not just any other planet.
Yeah, the same thing, not the
And
different.
what happens if there is?
Yeah, Vargottama. It's called Vargottama. If any
Vargottama.
Continue?
Yeah, correct. I wrongly mentioned it is the Parivartana. Yeah, Vargottama, correct.
What if there is no planet in the Lagna, in the ascendant?
Okay, if there was no planet in the ascendant, that was a good thing. Then you have to see who's the owner. Then you have to consider about the owner. That's why we read about who's the owner, when it is exalted, when it is depleted. These all the things you have to add up one by one. For example, when you read a Lagna chart, first thing, we are only seeing the first box only. We not even enter into the second box. We are seeing only the first box. In the first box, we have to understand all this point. Who's the owner? If the owner was, okay, next thing we are going to see that. Okay, let me start that now. Wait.
Vanita, I suggest, what all we are learning, if after 1 week or 2 weeks, we take a chart and go through everything, what we have learned on one particular chart, we'll understand better. Because all the rules
let's finish with all the 12 zodiac signs. Then we will do the same thing. Okay.
We'll go rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. So we remember that way.
Okay. There was 2 more things I have to say in the Lagna itself. The next to see about the weakness of the house. Okay, the one it comes with from the ascendant, 3rd house, 6th house, 8th house, and the 12th house becomes the weakness. What does that mean? If the owner of the house present in your 3rd house, if the owner of the house present in 6th house or 8th house or the 12th house, that weakens your Lagna.
Can you please share your screen, Vanita?
Oh, I can see.
And Vanita, please repeat this with an example.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me share the screen first. I forgot to share because I'm switching over the screen. I totally forgot. Now you can see that?
Yep.
Yeah. So the weakness of the house. Now we are seeing only the Lagna. Okay. Then later point in time, I will tell you, okay, whatever we studied on the Lagna, apply here. So now we'll study, concentrate only on the Lagna. Don't worry about the other houses. We will add on later on. Okay. Consider if the ascendant, Danu, owner of the house is Guru. Okay, until here clear? In the chart, the ascendant is in the Danuj Rasi, with Danuj zodiac sign, but the owner of the house is Guru. Okay, if Guru was present in the 3rd house, that weakens the Lagna. Okay, imagine that the Guru was present in the 6th house, that is also weakens your Lagna. Okay, then 8th house weakens your Lagna. 12th house, similar, weakens your Lagna. This much clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we'll understand what is the strength and what is the weakness. Okay, the strength means what is a Lagna was representing? Lagna was representing yourself, the total physical body, general characteristics of yourself, in other words, I would say your karma. Okay, but when I say this word, then I have to explain so many things, but I stopped the word karma here. I hope everybody can understand how the karma got divided. I don't want to waste the time of you, but remember the karmas is also kind of representing in your personality, representing in your characteristics, representing in your physical body. How the karma will come, that's a very long story. If you find time, I will tell you one day. But it comes as a genetics. Okay, if your lagna was in a strengthened position, all the aspects of that planet, all the good aspects of that planet will acquire by the individual, will acquire by the native. For example, if your ascendant was in the 5th house, who is the 5th house? Considered, okay, I will go here. Okay, in the Mesha, one person was born in the, let me define one more thing. Okay. See. Oh. Okay, let's go with the Dhanush then. One person was born on the Dhanush zodiac sign, and his owner of the house is the Guru. Okay. If the Dhanush, which considered the Guru is also present in the Dhanush Rasi. Okay, okay. Imagine the Guru was present in the owner of the house of the Pisces is also
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Here I don't want to confuse you. Here is the very important thing. I will merge two, three rules into one. Okay. First, the ascendant is the Dhanur.
Jupiter.
Owner is the Jupiter. Now imagine that owner. No, imagine. Let's see. The Guru was present in your 1, 2, 3, 4th house. Okay. And the owner of the house, and is also, if you see in the Jupiter, the owner of the house of the Pisces is also Jupiter. So when your lagna, owner of the lagna is present on the good location, that automatically strengthen your lagna. The same owner who is present, the ascendant owner of the house is present in the good position, which is also strengthen your lagna. Okay, then what is the strengthen of the lagna? Let's come into that point. What is the Guru's character? Guru character is
Vanita, 1 minute. It's quite confusing. It's the 4th house, but it is its own house.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Let's
4th
go
is
on.
weak, no? 4th weakens.
No, it strengthens.
1, 4,
1,
7,
4,
10.
7, 10.
Yeah.
Acha, 4th strengthens. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine that you have go step by step. Your ascendant, which is in Dhanu, and the owner of the house is Jupiter. That owner of the house, Jupiter Guru, in your chart, if it is present on your 4th house, that strengthen your lagna until point here. Then we'll see what is the strength of the lagna. Okay, now we'll get into the character of the Guru Graha. Okay, what is the Guru will do? He enlighten everybody. He throws the wisdom to each and everybody, and he can able to teach. He can be able to lead the peoples from the darkness to the brightness, and his best quality is teaching. Whatever the Guru, whatever the Guru's quality, exactly imbibe into the individual. If the lagna was strengthened, okay, imagine it was weakened. What will happen? It's opposite to the Guru. What the Guru can able to do, the Guru can able to, natural ability is they can able to teach very well. If the lagna was strengthened, if it was weakened, what it will do? Opposite will happen. Okay, until this much clear?
Yep.
What is the strength and what is the weaken? This one, you what is your homework here? This one you have to compare against your lagna. How you are going to compare against your lagna? First to see what is the owner of the house, and if the owner of the house present in the lagna or if the owner of the house not present in the lagna, then see where it was located. Okay, if it was in the good position, then what is the meaning? You find out your strength.
How to know, madam, good or bad? In good position. How to know Guru is in good position or bad position?
That's what
We
we
have
learned.
to follow these strength of Lagna policies.
If it is second house, good. If it is
Triangular or square.
triangular, square.
or square.
Okay, there was also so many rules still here that was still pending. I will tell you in the later weeks. Till now, you just follow this one and find out in your Lagna itself. From the Lagna, very few things. Whatever the findings you find in the upcoming week, you have to be altered in the next week also. Why? Because some of the rules we are going to add into it, then that will change the dimension of the view. Then you have to little bit alter your vision. Don't worry, it will comes in step-by-step process. You will easily understand. And till much you are clear? It's over confused.
Suppose, Vanita, suppose it is in a weak position, but still it's in its own house. Is that possible? Like Mercury is in a weak position. It is not in the trikona or the square or the triangle.
That's an awesome question. I will tell you. Wait. If that was happened, considered if the Venus was in the owner of the house, but is in the weak position of the 3, 6, 8 and 12. Okay, then what will happen? 50% of the energy only absorbed by the native. 50% of the thing will not be there. Okay, let's have an example. Consider the moon. Moon was present in a weak position. Then what they will do? They usually when the moon was 10, then the people's emotion level will be too much high. They will exactly behave how the moon was behaving. Okay, if that moon was weakened, sometimes they feel the other people's they feel like why they didn't react for anything, why they didn't give a different response for anything, why they are giving the one response to everything like a robot. They feel like that. If that weakened part was if the planet was in the weekend. Okay, in a simple word, considered if it was in the one good energy level, it will give you the 100% benefit. Okay, then if it was in the weekend, imagine it. Don't imagine it will be given 50% of the benefits. But because of it was placed in the owner of the house, that is what it was giving the good hand to you. This much clear?
Madam,
Madam,
still I am not clear. Madam, still I am not clear about the weak and good position. Please elaborate me how it is. From Lagna, we have to see 368 or what it is. I'm little confused.
Oh, okay.
Good position, wrong.
Okay, we'll go one by one. Okay, how you can find the strength? We'll go one by one. Don't confuse with too many points. We'll understand only 3 rules today. Okay, one is first thing you understand the ASC is a Lagna, right?
Yes.
Lagna was in the Dhanush. Okay, Dhanush. And who's the owner? Guru.
Jupiter.
Now, Jupiter. Now imagine this Guru was present in the second house. From the Lagna, the next house is the second house, right?
Second,
Yeah. If the Guru was present in the second house, then that automatically strengthen your Lagna.
Okay.
Okay, that was one rule. Okay, let's go with the second rule. Now here will the ascendant is in the Mesha. If the Mesha is who's the owner? Mars, right? So considered if the Mars was in the birth chart, the Mars was in the ascendant in the Mesha itself.
Yeah.
That's then the Lagna. Okay. Then the same Mars, the owner of the house Mars, it's not present in the Lagna, but it's present in the 5th house. That is also strengthen your Lagna. Okay. Now there was one more thing. If the same Lagna, the owner of the house is now for this one, it is the Mars, the Mangal. If the same Mars was present in the 9th house, that is also strengthen your Lagna. That is second rule. In simple way, how you can imagine if it was in a triangular house 159, if the owner of the house, who's the owner of the house means who's owner? The Lagna owner. Yeah, whoever the Lagna, wherever your Lagna was placed in the zodiac chart, that owner of the house, if it is placed in 159, then that will be strengthen your Lagna. Second point clear? Third point clear?
Yeah, then fine. Good.
Now we'll
Then-
move into the last one. Sorry, this is the third point. Now, if the same, now we'll see this is the Karkataka Lagna. Okay. From the Karkataka Lagna, if who's the owner? Owner is the
Moon.
moon. If the
Moon.
moon was present in the 4th house, very good. Moon was present in the 7th house. Imagine the same one birth chart, the owner of the house, moon, was present in the 4th house. That is good. Strengthen your Lagna. Okay, then you may ask, Monica, here you said Mars, here you said moon. Okay, now I am giving the different examples so that you can, whenever you see the chart of the different graha, different ascendant, you can easily understand. Okay, so for this chart, the ascendant is in the Karkataka. Who's the owner? Moon. If
Moon.
the owner of the house, whose moon, present in the 4th house, or 7th house, or 10th house, or in the ascendant itself, then it is strengthen your Lagna. These 3 points clear?
Yeah. But one more doubt, ma'am. Just now you said if it's the same moon is in the 2nd house also, it will strengthen.
Second house, where is that?
Now the last example, because the first rule said
Oh,
the
here.
lagnas. Yeah, no. I'm coming to the 4th one where you saw the square one. But in the same thing, if the moon is in the 2nd place or the 5th place, is it still good as a general rule?
Oh, it's a good one. It's if it was comes in a 5, in a 9, good.
No, the same moon, if it is in the 2nd or the 5th or the 7th. So is it still, because you by general rule it is a 2nd house is also good, you said, right?
Yes, second house is also very much good. And if it was present in the 3, 6, 8, 12, okay, we can make it as like this, like easier. 3, 6, 8, leave it. Other things, if the ascendant was placed, strengthen your Lagna. But why I've mentioned it is the Trikona and the square house. This rule was very much important when we are learning, combining the other grahas, other houses, other bhavas into together. Then that time you have to consider this 4 squares triangle also. If any planet was positioned in 1, 5, 9 or 1, 4, 7, 10, you have to consider it very carefully. You remember the North Indian chart which I showed you, the 4 diamonds? The 4 diamonds is the square house. Okay. The first house is your ascendant. Then your 4th house, they call it eastern ascendant is an eastern horizon. Then on your right side, from your right side, it's the heaven, it's a patal, it's the down bottom of your feet. So these 4 houses have to be considered very importantly. But right now, imagine, register this point only. Later on, whatever we are learning now, we will little bit tweak here and there. Then finally, we come into one final. Okay.
No, Vinita, my question was, sorry.
Go ahead.
So please go ahead. Yeah, I'll ask her later.
No,
Ma'am, the answer
my
is yes,
question,
it is. It is. If the Lagna Lord is in the 2nd house, 4th house, 7th house, 10th house, it is good. Yes, that is your question, I think.
no, that was not my question. See, we
Cancer,
saw
No,
four
her question
examples.
was,
No, my
was
question
it
was there are
Kataka?
4 examples.
1
we have
minute, can we
seen.
go one by one, please?
Yeah.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. May I?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. No, my question is we saw 4 examples now. So irrespective of who the ascendant is, always the 2nd position, if it is the same as the ascendant, it strengthens. Is it so?
Always
Irrespective of wherever, in whichever house, that is the
Yes.
owner of the house, the ascendant is, if the same ascendant's planet is in the 2nd house, it strengthens. That is the first rule.
Exactly.
And the second rule is if it's also on the 5th or the 9th, it still strengthens.
Perfect.
Okay. And the same holds with 1, 4, 7, 10.
Exactly.
Irrespective of the ascendant in the house where they are.
No, respective with ascendant. Why I'm showing this 4 chart? Because the ascendant.
No, ma'am. I just meant in the sense it could be any of the in the Lagna chart. The ascendant could be anywhere. That's what I.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah, good understand.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's what was.
Vanita,
Vinita?
out of confusion, can you please repeat the entire thing once again in a one-line
Vin-
note?
Vinita, one more.
What
one-
her,
And Vinita,
okay,
one
okay,
other
wait.
question.
Let's finish with that her question first. What her
Yeah,
question?
Vinita, my understanding is that Swagruha, what we call it as in its own house, they're always powerful, right? And the immediately
Yes.
next to that, it adds to the power, strength.
Perfect.
And the third point is every planet will have mitratva, that is friendly houses,
Hmm.
and vairatva, I mean, which are not unfavorable house friends and unfavorable houses. So if those lagna, that planet is in those mitratva grahas or friendly house, they will add to the strength of that planet. If they are in the houses which are not favorable, then it reduces their strength. Is it true? Is it what is you are trying? I mean, you are explaining.
Exactly. But that
Vanita ji,
doesn't-
you
wait,
clarify everything, please, because everybody is putting in their point of view.
wait. The point which you said, last one, I will add in here next week itself.
Okay.
The,
Okay.
the
Thank you.
yeah, the friend and the the owner of the house, the enemy of the house, will put together into next week. But I thought to give it in a right away, but that itself will confuse you a lot. We'll go one by one, bite a little, that will digest easily. Okay, don't confused with all whatever I'm said earlier. Let's go with one very simple rule. If the ascendant was in the second house, good. 159 good, 147 10 good. This much understanding, that's more than enough. If you didn't understand also, don't worry. On the way, you will clear with every doubts. Okay. Let's quickly see the two lagnas at least one lagna.
Yes, yeah, madam.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Why is Simha lagna? Okay, give me a second. Okay, Simha lagna. Till we see about we saw about the give me a second, I'm moving it over here, move it here. Okay. Karkadaka, right? Today we are going to see fifth one. For the Kala Purusha, fifth house for Simha. That is for the fifth house for the Kala Purusha. It is Simha. The element is the Agni. It's in a fixed quality, male and gender. Okay, now understand this one line.
Hello.
The Agni means they are fire in nature. Fire means they.
Speak up.
What is that?
Huh.
Okay. If the element is the fire, right?
I'm busy now just now. Don't do this.
Can you mute?
Sir, mute, sir, please.
Okay. If the element was in Agni means what they will do, they're fire in action. Once they started, they won't stop. Even if you're willing also, they won't stop. And that too, if the nature of the fixed element was mixed with that fire element, that's it. No one can shake them. If they started, that's it. It was like a rocket. Once they started, you're done. For them, it was like that. And imagine if for this kind of the nature and ability of the people, if the energy was like a male, the gender is the male. Previously also I said the same thing. It's not about the men or women, boy or girl. The gender energy is the male. That means they are a very strong warrior in nature, that kind of an energy. Okay. The element is fire and they're fixed in the nature. Then the male energy is also, male gender energy is also combined. They are like a literally fire. Okay. That's why they are very, very good in the leadership. Where whoever they are, in whichever domain they are leading, they always be the top one. They didn't have an idea about how to step back. They always move forward. Once they started, no one can stop them. Okay, that is what the Simha Lagna characteristic. Here, the owner of the house is the sun. Okay, now what is that meaning? The sun have a tendency to give everything to everybody. It won't discriminate anybody. Okay, it gives everything. It whatever it was gaining, it's willingly to give to everybody in the world. Okay, the same quality is also imbibed in the native. Whoever having the Simha Lagna in a good position, they also having the same quality. But they are leader in nature. It's a built in nature for them because the Agni element was too high and you're fixed in the nature. And fixed in the nature means, okay, here is the point. The Agni and plus the earth element, both are working together. It was a good combination. And that makes them to very much stable in whatever they are deciding. And good statesmanships, obviously, when they are in the leadership, if they had a tendency to move only forward, okay, it was not they are moving forward with the blindfolded. They know what are the strategies how to make. They know how to do at what point in time, at which state. Okay, they are bold and courageous because of this bold and courageous. Why? The element was Agni. Once it was started, that's it. It was from the child itself, the bold and courage will come. Okay. And the bold and courage will come. Obviously, they are very confident. They are very much professional. Okay. If the Simha was in a good position, the sun was in a good position, you can easily understand from them, from the face itself. They show their maturity in a different level. When they speak, the wisdom was really high. They are mostly, and even from the childhood also, even when reach the 60 or the 80, they are always ambitious, regardless of their age. They always ambitious. They want to achieve something in every part of their life. Okay. The good for training and PRO. Why? Because they know how to dominate the people. But here is the trick. When they're dominating the people, the other peoples is also obey them easily. Why? They have that kind of the charisma. They have that kind of the potential to lead the people. For example, if okay, here is the point. If the sun was in a good position, he's a strong leader. If the sun was not in a good position, if in a weakened position, the leader is a leader, but he's a weak leader. What is it meaning? One person can lead a good people's, good motivated people's, optimistic people. The other person, the other set of the side is also there, right? The one person can lead the peoples who are weak mindset. They don't have an understanding of always thinking about the pessimistic thinking. They can also lead that kind of the people. So here you have to understand these two things. All the time have to understand how much the good was there. There is also bad is also there. Okay. They care about the mind, care and concern means they should take care of their mind very well, because they, most of the time, they are goal oriented. They always step forward. They don't consider the peoples around them. Their motive is they want to achieve the goal. If they want to catch the milestone, they don't worry about anything. Okay. The key features, they are really a born leader. Okay, here is the point. If the Simha Lagna if the sun was in a good position, and the Simha Lagna people, if the sun is also in a good position, their spending capacity was so high. They do know how to control their spending. Sometimes you can see these people or the shopaholic. They want to spend. Why? What is the sun nature? It wants to give everything to everybody. Okay. So I'm just telling as an example. What these people will do, they shop for everybody and give as a gift to everybody. This is just one kind of an example. If you can have a chance to see the people who are in a Simha Lagna, that too, additionally, the sun is in a good position, see this character in that people. I mean, watch the character if that people was having or not. Then you will understand. That's the one weakness of this people. Okay, for the Kalapurusha, what is the fifth house will be telling? It tells about the children, fame, talent, and the emotions. Okay, remember this, fame, talent, and the emotion. Children is also in the fifth house. Okay, now we'll quickly see. I guess I know I'm over time. Give me 2-3 minutes. I will finish this. Okay. The last one. At least we'll finish with the 2 lagnas. Okay, let's go with the Kanya Lagna. Kanya Lagna, the element is the here. Dual in nature, female. Okay. remember you see this, there was one more earth element earlier also. Okay. What is the dual thing? Will okay, whenever there was an earth element will come, they are very much stable. Stable means they are the example of the stableness. They are very solid. They won't be diverted from one thing to the another. They are very much solid in nature. But here comes the trick. Now the dual properties comes into the picture. Okay, what is a dual property will do? It is a cat on the wall. It won't decide this way. It won't decide this way. And their element is here. How much contradicting each other, right? But they are stable in nature. But the dual properties is also combined together. Then what is the result will be? They looks like very solid outside. Okay, but in the inner side, inner mind of them was boiling. Like they didn't have an idea what decision to make, how I can perceive this. If there was one decision they want to make, there was 1,000 solutions come to them, and they didn't have an idea which one to pick. Okay, and the female energy add on to it. What is that female energy? It's very soft, gentle, and it's okay that. If the earth dual and the male energy, what it will do? Male energy was strong and he want to achieve anything. Okay, but here the female energy, earth and dual and the female energy. Okay, there was a number of the solutions will come. They will compromise easily. Okay, they compromise so easily. That's why if you see the Kanya Lagna people, they have many friends. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but go ahead and see. The Kanya Lagna people, they have many friends. Okay, for them, the Mercury is the owner of the house. Naturally, these people's early intellectual level was good, and that too, the owner of the house is exalted in the same house. Okay, that if the Lagna as the Mercury as Kanya, and if in the Kanya, if you have the Mercury, it's very good. Okay, then the depleted one was the Venus. That we will see later how the depletion will work. Okay, let's come into the Kanya Lagna characteristics. They are visionary. That's how this visionary part will come into the picture, because they are solid in nature. They are very much solid. Solid means they won't be shake for anything, but because of the dual nature, their inner thing will be boiled. Their decision making capability will be very much here and there. That's why they make too many strategies in order to prevent them. Okay, but they are good, not a kind maker. It is a king maker. It's a spelling mistake from my side. They are diplomat. Okay. Okay, this is the kind of the thing whichever I combined with the peoples whenever I saw. The very good diplomat when in the okay, whoever you can see, think as the very good diplomat in real world. Now, I feel that they maybe belongs to the Kanya Lagna. Okay, I can give you an example, but I don't want to make that statement. But that they do the diplomacy work very easy. Okay, now you can ask, okay, all the diplomats or belongs to the Kanya Lagna? No, I'm telling the diplomacy thing. In your home also, your father can be a good diplomat. Your mother can be a good diplomat. Your sister can be a good diplomat. How? They handle the things not bad for both the parties. They always stay in the middle and carry the things very smoothly. How come this possible for them? Because of the earth, the dual female nature, they won't go into this side, they won't go into this side, they won't harm both the parties, but they gradually travel in the middle, very silently, very peacefully. Okay, that's the diplomacy work they will do. They are they're very much care and concern. If you're sitting near to the Kanya Lagna people, you can understand their vibe, the energy was really good. Okay, they're really modesty means modesty and simplicity because of that female energy. Okay, they always very simple in nature. They won't exaggerate the things. Okay, if you see the Rishabha peoples, they exaggerate the things. They exaggerate the things means the opposite for the Kanya. They exaggerate everything. This is a lifelong worker. They love to work all the time. It's a hard worker. They're very much good hard worker. But these peoples are lifelong workers. Okay, then they have the good confidence, the quality of consciousness. Why? Because all this is coming because of the earth element. Okay, the music is the gift. You remember there is also one more rasi, which is the music is the gift. That for the Rishabha. Okay, here is again the music is the gift for them. Again, the key features, importantly, because of the nature of the handling the diplomacy very well in among all the 12 zodiac signs, these people are a good kingmaker. Example, it is a Chanakya. Imagine one of the Chandragupta who's nobody knows, but he make him the very good a king. Okay, the same thing can apply. I imagine in southern India there was I don't know how many people you know about him. Was one chief minister in Tamil Nadu called Kamarajan. He in in that period of his time, the people will call him as a kingmaker. The people will said he made the Indira Gandhi for a number of times like that. It's a different political story. But whenever I see this kingmaker, instantly my mind will go into the Kamaraj only. Okay, now if you go into the very history level, the Chanakya is the best example. Okay, what is the weakness? As I said earlier, the ambiguity level was really, really high for them. Okay, why? Because of the dual nature, they don't have they won't get a strong, they won't jump into this side or jump into that side. They always go in the middle. Okay, their ambiguity level was really high, even for selecting one dress. Even when they are going into the shopping and selecting one dress, their ambiguity level was really high. Okay, rose is good, green is good. If both combined is also good, which one I choose? People are like that. Okay. I stop here. I don't want to prolong the session. Okay. Till now, any doubts? Quickly ask. We'll spend 2-3 minutes, then we'll close the session. I almost exceeded 13 minutes. I'm totally sorry.
I have a doubt. So when we spoke about the houses which increase the strength of the lagna, almost all the houses were covered except the house 11. So if the lord of lagna is in 11th house, does it have no effect then?
Wait. We'll see that later. Keep that question. Keep the question. We'll come back to that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Vinita, one question. When we say the position increase the strength of the lagna, is it important to know which house would mean second would mean more strength than the fourth, or not at this point? I mean, which one, or just know these are good and this position will be good and this position will be bad?
Exactly, we are going to learn in the next week. Exactly the same thing. This one I thought to include all the things into this week itself, but
it's confusing us.
Yeah, this 3 point itself confuse a lot, so I cut short that. We'll understand everything. Okay, mark down all your questions. We'll definitely get an answer next.
Okay, thank you.
Okay then, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank
okay,
you
wait
so
a second. Next week, the session I will tell you later, because next week I'm traveling. Possibly, I'm not able to conduct. I don't know where the net connection will be there. I'm out of Singapore. I will inform you before Thursday or Friday. Okay. Otherwise, we'll go with the continuous of the classes. 1 week only we'll take a break, then we'll resume on the other week. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Vanita. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.